Okay, so this question will be solving orally. No paper, no pen. This is one string. There's a force F plucking the string at this position, suppose F2, and there's a force F1. And suppose this angle is 45 degree, and also suppose that I have given that tension in this diagonal part of the string is 60 Newton. Now suppose I ask you, we'll be solving this orally, okay? So what is the value of this F1? If the whole system is in equilibrium position, equilibrium condition, then what is the value of this F1? Now you have to learn this, how you have to choose which equation you have to write. F1 is in purely horizontal direction, so whatever the tension is in this part, that is not going to bother F1. At least for finding F1, that shouldn't bother you. So for finding F1, you just have to look at the horizontal forces, and at this position, at this knot, this vertical force, and this is purely horizontal, and this tension will have both the components, horizontal and vertical. Now at this knot, the tension will be acting away from the knot, and it will be in this direction. So the horizontal component will be 60 cos 45 degree, 60 by root 2 on right hand side, and F1 is on the left hand side. So F1 should be equal to 60 cos 45 degrees. So F1 should be equal to 60 upon root 2. Okay, so finding this is pretty simple. Similarly, you have to find F2. For F2, again you will write the equation of equilibrium for this knot for the horizontal direction, and again you will find that F2 is also equal to 60 upon root 2. Now if you have to find the weight W, how much is the weight W, for that you should write the equilibrium condition, equation of equilibrium condition for vertical direction, and again you will find that that is again 60 upon root 2. So these things now must be very, very familiar to you now, and also very, very easy. Okay, now let's have a little more practice. Let's keep going on with this for some time. Suppose this is a 10 kg block, and there is a system holding this 10 kg block, which is something like this. Okay, now you have to find the tensions in different strings. Suppose this is T1, this is T2, this is T3, and this is T4. You have to find the tensions in different strings. If a mass of 10 kg is hung in this fashion, so all you have to do is just write the equations of static equilibrium and find all these T1, T2, T3 and T4. Finding that shouldn't be very difficult. T2 you can find straight away by writing the equilibrium equation for vertical direction. At this knot you have T2 cos 30 degree. That's the only vertical force upward, and there will be some tension in this string, and that tension will be equal to the weight of this block, because this block is at static equilibrium, so the tension should be equal to 100. So T2 should come right straight away as 200 upon root 3. Now once you have found T2, finding T1 would be easy, because T1 will be equal to T2 sine 30 degree. T1 will be equal to T2 sine 30 degree, that means 200 upon root 3, sine 30 degree is half. So T1 will be 100 upon root 3. Okay, now once you have found T2, finding T4 would be again very easy. If you write the equation of vertical equilibrium, then T3 has nothing to do in the vertical direction, because T3 supposedly is horizontal. That's how I made it. So T4 cos 60 degree is equal to T2, this angle would be, this is 30, this is 90, this is 60, then this is 30. T2 cos 30 degree. T2 is 200 upon root 3 cos 30 degree, root 3 by 2. Oh, what did I do? Oh, so T4 should come out as 200 Newton. And then you find T3. Finding T3 is very easy and simple. I'm leaving that up to you. The value of T3 would be 100 root 3. You see, you are getting 100 root 3 because T3 would be 3. T3 would be T4. T3 would be T4 sine 60 degree. T4 sine 60 degree. Sine 60 degree is root 3 by 2. That's 100 root 3. Okay? Okay. So I'm giving you another problem for practice. This one I'm not going to solve, but you should be solving because I have solved many problems during my time. But if you don't solve too many problems, then you may not be the best among your peers. There's a block of 20 kg. This angle is 60 degree. This angle is 60 degree. This angle is 60 degree. Okay, now again you have to find the tension. This is T1, this is T2, T3, T4 and T5. So do some practice, and if you're able to solve it, then see how soon you're able to solve it. Now knowing it is okay, but if you're able to solve it very fast, then that is better. Okay, so even if you know it, then generate speed. Solve it very fast. I'm giving you the answer and you can check whether you're getting what I'm giving you. T1 and T2 would be equal. That would be equal to 200 upon root 3. T4 and T5 would be equal. That would be equal to 200 Newton. And T3 will be equal to 200 upon root 3 Newton. Just see if you're getting these values.